Y'all know what time it is. Y'all know how we coming. One Piece. 11/28, baby. I have it on good authority. This episode is pretty good. It's a hard skip, so we're not gonna skip it. Here we go, though. It's so crazy to see what One Piece has become. I don't know. It's okay. When they removed the music at the beginning of the episodes, banger. This is the hierarchy. Oh, that's showing the who's in control changing. That's so crazy, bro. How quickly, like, because of this power, your allies can become your enemies like that. That's tough. Exactly what he did. You know, Sanji's always gonna look out for the women. Ooh. Okay. My Lady Dar got a ping. Wait. I'm going through like all the, look at all the silhouettes. They're all women, aren't they? He really got a Lady Dar. It's all women. His Lady Dar. It's a real thing. This dude is sick. Okay, I'll say this, right? And this isn't a shot at Frankie and the voice actor, because I love the voice actor. But because of the voice, Geppo. Because of the voice, it makes Frankie just feel like a regular character. Can you imagine how much that must hurt for Bonnie, considering who's doing it? That was neat. I like the fact that they had her look for it first. You know, it's just like small nuance that I appreciate. Hold on. Oh, that's crazy. She can transform. That is bro. No. That's crazy. It's like an override fruit, because it's like the ride. So her being able to override makes sense, you know? I'm sure it's something like that. I'm not surprised. I wouldn't be surprised she can fly by riding the clouds. Come on, Sanji. Come on, Sanji. Come through, Sanji. But that's not your dad. Okay. You see, the problem with the Vice Admirals is that they have cool moments. It's moments that we're like, oh, okay. But then you have moments where then they're struggling against Pacifista, you know? But like, here's the thing. Characters aren't only defined by strength. But when there's not much to fall back on for a specific character, you need something. Bro, what happened to Robin? Stussy. They've been doing a great job with this episode so far. And I feel like good things are about to happen. I like Rob Lucci's fighting style. He really fights like a beast, hunting. Zoro is a hunter, bro. Doesn't matter how fast you are, bro. Zoro's reaction speed is insane. This is how you build things. This is how you let the beat build. That's crazy. That's crazy. I feel like the conversation between Kizaru and Luffy, oh my gosh, what a great, okay. Okay. Oh, that's crazy. They building it. They building it well. Okay. Okay. They're doing a fantastic job so far with this episode. I specifically love the direction, right? The scenes, how they're playing off of one another, the transitions. Like you feel like something is coming. That's scary. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, they're building this. That sounds like Dragon Ball Z attacks. Oh my God. Woo! Nah, that's cold. That's cold. He changed the environment. At least the weather. Oh! Dog, they did this really... They did an amazing job. No cap. Wow, he just keeps missing. Nah. Nah. That is crazy. Okay. Okay. Luffy's ridiculous, dog. There's no even make sense of Gear 5. That's how amazing it is. Fantastical. W voice actor, though. Bonnie's remembering the memories. She remembers the voice. You hear the little leg speeding up. Why did they give him wide eyes? Oh, man. Oh, Bonnie. Yeah, that pain and trauma came back when she heard his voice. She could not do that. She could not do that. Huh, that was great. That chapter that was adapted was chapter 1094. It was called Five Elders, Godhead of the Science and Defense, St. J. Garcia, Saturn. We're going to go through that in a second. Let's talk about the episode for a bit. Fantastic job. I think just not even going through the manga yet. From what I remember from the manga, fantastic job with adaptation. Whoever directed this episode definitely wanted to build it, right? They wanted to build the moment that Saturn arrives. And I think they did an amazing job building it, creating the tension through that, and really setting the tone for his arrival. I thought Rob Lucci versus Zoro animation was tight. I don't think nothing was really over the top. I feel like everything was pretty consistent throughout. Pacing was consistent. Didn't feel like any of the episode was bogged down. So like one of those recap episodes. For anime onlys, I understand why they're doing this. I guess anime onlys probably wouldn't understand because it's like we're following Bonnie. We just got a lot of Bonnie. Why? It's a refresher and it's for good reason. I don't think it's necessary, but I do think it's important. It's not necessary though. However, I get it. Animators in general, they have a tight work schedule from, what I've been told. And typically more time, the better. Time is not their friend most times. And episodes like this, it not only gives animators more time to focus on amazing episodes, especially One Piece that's, ongoing. Of course, we had a 6-month break, so this may turn some people off. However, the more time, the better. The more time, the better. And refreshers are good for anime onlys. I read the manga and I read some form of One Piece literature or something that pretty much every day. So any Bonnie stuff that happens in this episode, I know. And I remember it's not going to be anything new to me. However, I get for anime onlys that are watching, we are 1,100 episodes in. Refreshers are good sometimes. Now, to the chapter, 1094. I would say pretty decent job. The beginning of the episode with the pacifists are wiping out the soldiers. They added some bits here with Sanji and his Lady Dar. I thought that was good. Funny enough, had conversations about Sanji this weekend as well, about how Toei feels about Sanji. Yeah. You know about the Zoro and Sanji fan base. You understand what comes with that.
I do.
Does Toei hate Sanji?
We literally, it's amazing. Like you're bringing up everything we've discussed with our colleague, because we have like
You
I
talk
don't know
about
if you've
banter,
seen.
right? You guys banter all the time and you discuss. So it's just like,
Definitely, like you've probably seen Ishitani-san, like kind of like
I-
fighting with
that
like
was ridiculous. They were out
people
of pocket. That was ridiculous. They shouldn't have done that. That was no.
Absolutely. I
Yeah.
mean, it goes without
Yeah.
saying, but like obviously with colleagues, we've been like, is there actually any like, is there something we should do differently? Because like obviously when it comes to like the top people in One Piece, the people who are in the deciding position, who
Interesting. Either way, I like the fact that they had the Lady Dar in there. This was okay. We saw this from Garp. This aesthetic speed feat almost. We know Sanji's fast, but seeing that really helps. I think they did a good job with the Bonnie moments. I think they really animate Bonnie well. Now, NDE, they did not specify what it means in the anime as well, right? You can somewhat surmise what it meant, but even I forgot in the moment, right? But Bonnie transformed the gun and turned it into NDE bullets. Okay, Bonnie's devil fruit, it's time to have a conversation. It's time, because she got a regular gun, transformed the bullets into NDE, which is near death experience, meaning if you get hit with the bullet, you have a near death experience and you basically pass out from the trauma. The anime did not make that as clear at all. You could be like, okay, I guess, right? But I mean, having near death experience would have been better. Or maybe they did. They didn't have it, right? Because I don't know. Either way, they do a great job with the Bonnie scenes. How Bonnie fights in general, I'm thinking of what it's called. The people that her fighting style reminds me of that. Oh my gosh, it's gonna kill me. Parkour. That's what it is. Parkour. Couldn't find it, but I just remembered it. Parkour. How Bonnie fights is akin to like people that parkour, where a lot of tumbling, a lot of quick, fast motion. That's what every time Bonnie's scenes are animated, that's what it reminds me of. She's very nimble, very elusive. And I mean, I think at times I forget that she's a supernova. She was a supernova, and so she's very powerful. The more abilities and attacks I see from her, the more it's justified, right? But again, they did a really good job with the Bonnie scenes. I think even with Bluegrass, the ride fruit, I think that can do a lot. I feel like that's not even being, well, okay. That could be utilized in so many different ways, right? Like, I'm sure with a fruit like that, control, that's basically about control, man. I think that has insane potential. I really think it does. Now, Sanji saving Bonnie, I think they did a good job in the anime. Honestly, they captured it a bit. They caught it in the manga here, if you see it. They caught it really well. I think the anime did a pretty good job. Could have been, but I think they did a pretty good job. Luffy versus Kizaru, they added a bit, right? They added a bit more. Nothing too crazy, but at the end of the day, they're like filling in the scenes, added about 30 seconds to that scene where Kizaru's talking about his mission. And Luffy's saying, well, my mission is to stall you at the end of the day. Then Kizaru just disappears, right? And then before that, I think the anime built Saturn's travel or summoning better than the manga. Yes, in the manga, they really had everybody stop and react. The anime, I think they built it really well. They had everybody stop in their tracks. They gave us full body reactions. In the manga, it's like facial reactions. They give us full body reactions. Then they gave us even for Doll and those guys, they gave facial reactions to them. And then Saturn, what they did here really well, they used, I'm just trying to remember if it was in the manga, just the cup the cup about to fall off the desk. Just use that as like a tension builder and a transition. And I think the anime did a better job of building for me. And I think the manga did a great job of building Saturn summoning, but they adapted it really, really well with the pentagram, the effects, the explosion. I mean, even the clouds, right? The clouds and how they were impacted. They really set the stage for Saturn and what's to come. They knocked it out of the park. They knocked it out of the park. Just going through the manga and what we have here as the source material, we can't say nothing else other than they knocked it out of the park. I think even Saturn's introduction in the anime, we got a full body, front facing. He's walking up, camera pans from the top to the front. I think they did an amazing job of that as well. Even when he knocked out the soldier to White Star Gun. White Star Gun, I think, was beautifully animated. Star Gun. Beautifully animated. I think did an amazing job with that. Again, I would say this: every time Gear 5 is gonna be in a One Piece anime, expect greatness. Again, because I have it on good authority that Gear 5 is an animator's dream, right? I know I'm making references to a bunch of different things that you guys like. Gear 5 is an animator's dream, apparently, right? Because you can do anything. Like when Luffy was spinning, right? And then he got dizzy from his spinning of his own body. That is, come on. And then Kizaru says, this isn't good. He gets sent flying. Saturn sees it. Luffy's at his limit. He explodes into the ground. And now Bonnie remembers Saturn's voice. And again, the anime, it's not fair to the manga here because obviously in the anime, you can hear the voice, right? So they use that. And that's the thing. As the anime, use your advantages. You have the advantage of sound and motion. Use your advantages. They used it here. Through Saturn's voice, they extended that scene. Gave us more flashbacks, right? Gave us the flashback to Saturn and what Bonnie was thinking about, right? They used their advantages. Of course, in the manga, they had like the flashback bubbles, but like they used their advantages. And this is why this is another fantastic episode. The animation doesn't have to be over the top. I don't think the animation was on the level of last episode, right? But it was good enough. It was tight. It didn't feel like any part of this episode, it was just thrown in there or they took a backseat. They did what they had to do with this episode, adapted it well. Great storyboard. I think great building of the tension. I think even the flashing scenes, right? The back and forth, they did that quite a few times this episode. But great job. Fantastic job. Nothing to say. Now, I'm not going to go forward because, again, it's going to be a filler, for all intents and purposes, a filler episode, a recap episode. Let me not say filler because filler has a negative connotation for whatever reason, because I think filler is good. Overall, is good. However, recap episode, going forward, I think we're going to have some great things. No. I know we're going to have some great things for the next few months. So, guys, give me your thoughts. How did you feel about this episode? I thought it was fantastic. More to come again in my conversation, talking about a bunch of different stuff. You will see clips, we'll see shorts. Full thing will be available on Patreon, just like this reaction, available on Patreon, amongst other reactions. Link below. You can join for free, look around, see if you like something. And man, great episode. I really enjoyed it. Like the video, subscribe. And man, I'll catch you guys in the next one.